Are you ready, Monarchs fans? It's time for the Old Dominion Football Show with Bruce Rader and Coach Bobby Wilder.
Friday night, under the lights, a conference showdown on national TV. Big game tomorrow night at SB Ballard Stadium as Old Dominion looks to snap Western Kentucky's 4-game winning streak. What's it going to take for the Monarchs to get back on track and upset the Hilltoppers? Let's ask the coach. The Old Dominion Football Show starts now. I'm Bruce Rader along with head coach Bobby Wilder. Friday night, prime time, one of only 2 college football games in the nation. Memphis against Houston, the only other game in the country tomorrow night. You know what, Coach? If the players and the fans can't get up for this one, they ain't breathing.
Oh, we'll definitely be up for this one, Bruce. We're excited to be back home, excited to play, and I know our fans will do a great job. I think we have some of the best, most knowledgeable fans in the country. They know we're struggling right now, but they've been there for us at home all this year. We'll need them tomorrow night. We're going to need a lot of energy because this is a very good football team coming into SB Ballard Stadium.
And for some reason, you get a lot of energy on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Is it because of maybe the kids played in high school on Friday nights?
Yeah. There's a lot to do with that, Bruce. Plus you add in it's a blackout, it's at home, it's national television. All those things you add to it are it's what makes college football special.
All right. Another tough loss last week at Marshall, a team that rarely loses at home, especially during homecoming. But you were only down by 11 points going into the fourth quarter. Your take on that game?
Yeah, you're right. They're really tough place to play, tough place to beat them. Marshall's 5-1. They're the best team in the league right now. I felt really excited about this game, our game plan, the players, Bruce. We were in control of what we needed to be controlling in the first half other than the points. We dominated the field position, time of possession, play numbers, yardage, yet we're down 7-3. And the reason, Bruce, we were inside the 10 twice in the first half and only came away with a field goal. We had an opportunity to be up by a couple scores in the first half, and then in the second half allowed explosive plays, and we're not generating explosive plays on offense like we're used to seeing right now. We're not getting those plus 10-yard runs or 15-yard passes and not getting the turnovers, and that's something we've got to have this week.
Is the offensive line not giving you what you were hoping for on offense?
The offensive line the last 2 weeks has played very well. They've done a really, really good job. The issue we're having right now, Bruce, is young quarterback who's developing. He's getting better, but we're not getting those explosive pass plays down the field. And with that happening, what you're seeing right now is a lot of 9-man front. You're seeing the 4-down linemen, the 3 linebackers, and the safeties right at 8 yards. So even when Lowery and Cox would get through last week, we'd block it up. The safeties are there. The only way you get away from that, Bruce, you've got to hit some passes down the field.
Guys in the trenches doing their job. The skill players maybe have to work a little harder. It's a short week. What did you and your coaching staff have to do to compensate for the Friday night game as compared to a Saturday afternoon game?
Yeah, I talked to the coaches and the team about this, Bruce, and I equated it to it's like a slump in baseball. To get out of a slump in baseball, you got to hit. You got to get in the cage, you got to hit. You got to watch video of what you're doing, all those things. And we made a decision that when we got back from Marshall less than 24 hours after the game, we were going to put the pads on and go out and practice. Like, we needed to practice to get better. We needed to focus on explosive plays on offense and ripping and tearing the ball out and getting turnovers on defense. And our players did that. We went hard Sunday, Bruce, which we've never done before. Normally you're just recovering on a Sunday. And then Monday was their regular day off. Tuesday morning, full pads, live scrimmage. We went hard Wednesday. Today we pulled back a little bit. But this has been the most physical week of practice we've ever had. We got to hit ourselves out of this slump.
All right, a couple of things that we talked about last week. First, some of your key players returned from injuries, including your all-conference running back, Ray Lowery. It had to be tough for him after that long layoff. How's he looking this week?
Much better, Bruce. You mentioned a long layoff. Between the Albany game, he only played the first quarter. He came out after a 40-yard touchdown run with that torn hamstring. It's been 6 weeks since he's played, and he just worked his tail off, Bruce, with our doctors, our trainers, our strength coaches. And back when this happened, Bruce, about a week or so after, Ray, his dad, myself, Coach Bankins, the running back coach, talked about setting the Marshall game. If he could get back by Marshall, he wanted to play. And a lot of people ask me, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just automatically redshirt him? Well, to me, you got a senior. You got somebody who gave up their red shirt as a freshman, has played for 3 years, best running back we've ever had in the program. They deserve to be part of the decision, and he looked really good last week, Bruce, running. He's had a great week of practice this week. It's time for Ray to to be Ray.
Maybe that's where you get the explosiveness
That's
coming up
what we
this
need,
week.
right.
So much has been made about your bringing in college football's youngest quarterback, Stephen Williams. How's the young man handling the spotlight?
He's doing exceptionally well, Bruce, in every phase. You just need him to have some success, more success on the field. He's completely committed to what we're doing. Bruce, he's over all the time watching video. He's studying. He works really hard in practice. He just needs to get a couple explosive passes completed. He was close last week on a couple. We had Vaughn deep down the field. We had Harper. He just missed him, but he's playing well, Bruce. He's working really hard at it, and his best games are ahead of him, hopefully starting this weekend.
The lack of explosiveness on offense puts a lot of pressure on your defense. Western Kentucky did not seem to run the ball very well in their win over Charlotte last week, but quarterback Mike White threw for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Is the kid that good?
He's an exceptional player. He was the best quarterback returning in the league statistically from last year. They lost a lot of players on offense, Bruce. They have 3 players playing in the NFL right now from their offense. So Mike White is a very good quarterback, completes 67% of his passes. He can run the ball well also. They're starting to click on offense, particularly in the pass game, but he is as good as advertised, Bruce.
And when we come back, running back Jeremy Cox, we haven't talked about him today, has been a mainstay in the Monarchs' backfield. Will he bring his A game as he tackles Brian Parsons in this week's 1-minute drill? And Coach Wilder answers your questions in the Coach's Corner as the Old Dominion Football Show continues on this Thursday night.
I'm Brian Parsons. Welcome back to the Old Dominion Football Show, the 1-minute drill. And look who we have here, running back Jeremy Cox from, where are you from?
North Carolina, Fayetteville.
What is the one movie that, when it's on, you can't turn it off and you watch it over and over again?
I probably have to say Temptations or 5 Heartbeats. I'm an old school man. That's my favorite movie right there.
So you probably have some quotes. So give me some quotes from the movie.
I'm David Ruffin. Y'all can't do this without me. Y'all ain't nothing without me. That's my favorite quote from the movie.
What was the most fun about the Bahamas Bowl trip?
Oh, man. I want to say the best thing from the Bahamas Bowl, probably the chicken. I'm a fat boy, so I love food. Then we had a little dance competition against Eastern Michigan, so that was also fun, too. That was also fun.
We have a clip in our system back at the station. We basically just call it The Run. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
Take me through that play.
Honestly, I was just behind my line, and I was getting tackled from each and everywhere, and I was on my feet. I honestly can't describe to you that run, because I was just on my feet the entire time, and then my teammates was hitting me from everywhere.
Does Bobby Wilder have a bromance with Jim Harbaugh?
He probably do. He probably do. Maybe not that we know about publicly, but he probably do.
And what is your favorite thing about being a Monarch, Jeremy?
Oh, man, my favorite thing about being a Monarch is I get to scream, I get to go crazy, I get to be who I am, whether the camera's on me or not. So that's the best thing about being a Monarch.
All right, Jeremy Cox has passed the 1-minute drill. Jeremy, say goodbye to the Monarch Nation.
All right, goodbye, Monarch Nation.
I'm going to pass on that relationship between you and Coach Harbaugh. I think that's your own personal business.
No bromance.
Jerry was asked to carry the load when Ray went down. He's a big-time back, isn't he, Coach?
He is, and absolutely love that kid, Bruce. He's got so much energy. He's always positive. He represents our aim high philosophy. He's a great person, student, athlete. Not only does he play running back, Bruce, but he plays on almost every special team. He does everything he can to try to help us win.
And as we saw, it's hard to bring him down.
Yes, it is.
All right, enough from me. The fans have a few questions. The Coach's Corner is coming up next on the Old Dominion Football Show. Time now for the Coach's Corner. Remember, if you have a question, send it to me. Bruce.Rader, R-A-D-E-R, at wavy.com. Robin in Virginia Beach wants to know, Coach, is there a team in Conference USA that's doing better than you thought that they might do going into the season?
Yeah, you would have to say, Bruce, at this point, it's UAB. I mean, UAB had been out of football for 2 years. I know Bill Clark well. He's a good friend of mine. Just recruiting, building the team. They're off to a 4-2 start. They're 2-1 in the league. They play Charlotte this weekend, so they're within 2 wins, Bruce, of getting to a bowl game. But you look around the league right now, Bruce, there's 10 teams that have at least 3 wins. 10 teams at least halfway to a bowl. That's the most we've had since we've been in the league.
Friday night under the lights.
Wow.
Old Dominion against Western Kentucky. Tomorrow night, kickoff at 6. Before the game, by the way, you can visit with the ODU Lady Monarchs on Kaufman Mall, get some autographs, meet the players, and the new coach, Nikki McCray. Coach Wilder, the 12th Monarchs have always been an important part of the success of ODU football, and I'm sure you can really use them tomorrow night.
Oh, we're going to need them loud and proud, Bruce. Our kids are excited to play. We're always excited to play at home, but having that fan base, having them excited and ready to go is going to be critical tomorrow night.
All right, folks, it doesn't happen very often, so go out and enjoy what will be a very nice Friday night weather-wise. Good night to turn things around, Coach.
Yes, it is.
Friday night, college football. Get there early, beat the traffic, enjoy the game, and don't forget to join us every Thursday night at 10:45 here on Fox 43 for the Old Dominion Football Show. Good night, everybody.